In the dim glow of a campfire, an ancient storyteller begins. Picture a time when the world was bathed in mystery, when every rustling leaf, every flicker of lightning, and every shifting shadow held a story. It was a time when human imagination was the key to understanding the world. And this understanding took shape in the form of myths. Mythology, in essence, is a collection of tales, a tapestry woven with threads of human experience that reflect the beliefs, values, fears and hopes of ancient civilizations. It's a mirror that casts back the faces of gods and goddesses, heroes and villains, monsters and miracles, all born out of the human psyche. Imagine the ancient storyteller, his face aglow with the warmth of the fire, his voice echoing in the stillness of the night. Each word he utters paints a vivid picture, a world where gods walked among men, where heroes fought beasts of unimaginable terror, and where the human spirit triumphed against all odds. These were not mere tales, they were the lifeblood of the people, their guide to understanding the world around them and their place in it. Mythology is like a river that flows through time, carrying with it the wisdom and wonder of bygone eras. It's a timeless dialogue between mankind and the universe, a narrative that explores not just our origins but our fears, our dreams, and our aspirations. These tales, rich in symbolism, transcended the boundaries of time and space. They were shared from generation to generation, from the cradle to the grave, shaping the collective consciousness of societies. They were the cornerstones of cultures, the moral compass guiding the ancient world. The myths of old were the seeds of human understanding, sown in the fertile soil of curiosity. They sprouted into stories that spread across continents, influencing traditions, shaping identities, and giving birth to civilizations. And thus, from the whispers of the ancients, myths were born. From the dawn of time, humans have sought to understand the world around them. As our ancestors looked up at the twinkling stars, felt the rumbling earth beneath their feet, and listened to the howling winds, they asked themselves, why? The world was a vast, unending mystery, and in their quest to make sense of it all, myths were born. Myths, in essence, were ancient mankind's first attempt at science. They were stories spun from the threads of curiosity, woven together with the fabric of imagination. When the sun rose and set, it wasn't just a celestial body moving across the sky, it was Apollo, the Greek sun god, riding his golden chariot, ushering in the day and night. When thunder roared and lightning flashed, it wasn't a simple weather phenomenon, it was Thor, the Norse god of thunder, wielding his mighty hammer, Mjolnir. Life and death, too, were enigmatic realities that humans grappled with. The concept of mortality was a daunting, unfathomable truth, leading to the creation of myths that encapsulated the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. The ancient Egyptians, for example, believed in the journey of the soul to the afterlife, guided by Anubis, the god of mummification and the afterlife. These myths were more than just stories. They were an integral part of the human experience, serving as a bridge between the tangible and the intangible. They gave meaning to the inexplicable, transforming fear into understanding, chaos into order. Through these narratives, humans could interact with the divine, negotiate with the forces of nature, and grapple with the existential dilemmas of life and death. But myths weren't merely answers to questions. They were also a form of comfort, providing a sense of control in a world that often seemed capricious and unpredictable. They offered a framework, a system of belief, that helped humans navigate the choppy waters of existence. In the face of the unknown, myths offered answers and comfort. They were the lighthouse in the storm, the map in uncharted territories, the guiding hand in the dark. And even today they continue to captivate us with their timeless tales of courage, love, and the enduring human spirit. As society evolved, so did the myths, adapting and transforming, to reflect the ever-changing landscape of human thought and belief. Myths were not just casual bedtime stories told around the fire. They were the very threads that wove the fabric of ancient societies. They were the foundation upon which cultures were built, the lens through which people viewed the world, and the code by which they lived. In the grand tapestry of human existence, myths served as vibrant threads, each one imbued with the colors of a particular culture's values, fears, and hopes. They were the spiritual compass guiding the moral and ethical decisions of societies, embedding in their minds a sense of right and wrong, honor and shame, courage and cowardice. Take, for instance, the Greek myth of Icarus, a poignant tale of ambition, recklessness, and tragic downfall. It was a cautionary tale, warning against the dangers of hubris and overreaching one's capabilities. This myth, among others, played a critical role in shaping the Greek ethos of moderation and balance. Similarly, the Norse mythology, teeming with tales of valor and heroism, echoed the warrior culture of the Vikings. The stories of gods and heroes going into battle, overcoming adversities and upholding honor and duty, were reflective of their societal values of bravery, loyalty, and honor. In the East, the intricate myths of Hinduism, such as the epic Ramayana, highlighted ideals of duty, righteousness, and self-sacrifice, deeply influencing the social and moral fabric of the Indian subcontinent. Myths were also instrumental in fostering a sense of community and shared identity. They established norms, traditions, and rituals which became integral parts of cultural celebrations and ceremonies. They provided a common language, a shared heritage that bound people together, generation after generation. Moreover, they offered answers to life's big questions, from the mysteries of creation to the enigma of death, providing comfort and solace in times of uncertainty and fear. They were the ancient world's way of making sense of the complexities of existence, of finding meaning in the chaos. Through myths, the tapestry of cultures was woven. They were the soul of civilizations, resonating through time, echoing the voices of our ancestors, and shaping the world as we know it today. Though separated by oceans and mountains, common themes emerged in mythologies worldwide. Now, let's embark on a fascinating journey to explore these shared themes across cultures. Whether it be the ancient Greeks, the Maori of New Zealand, or the Native Americans, their mythologies, despite being miles apart, share strikingly similar narratives. Firstly, creation myths. Almost every culture has a story about how the world came to be. These tales, often involving deities or supernatural beings, not only explain the origin of the universe, but also the creation of humans, animals, and all aspects of nature. They offer a glimpse into our ancestors' understanding of the world around them. Next, the hero's journey. This classic narrative arc is a cornerstone of many mythologies. The hero, often an ordinary individual, embarks on a quest filled with trials and tribulations. Whether it's Hercules in Greek mythology or Gilgamesh from ancient Mesopotamia, these heroes face immense challenges, grow, and eventually triumph, often changing their world in the process. These stories inspire, reminding us of the strength and resilience within each of us. Lastly, end-of-world prophecies. These are myths that predict the end of times, often involving cataclysmic events like floods, fires, or battles between cosmic forces. From the Norse Ragnarok to the Hindu Kali Yuga, these tales reflect our forebears' anxieties about the future and the transient nature of all things. These shared themes, though wrapped in different cultural contexts, echo the same human experiences and concerns. They reflect our collective curiosity about our origins, our admiration for courage and resilience, and our shared apprehensions about the future. In these tales we find a mirror reflecting not just our fears and hopes, but also our shared humanity. They remind us that regardless of our culture or geographical location, we all share a common narrative thread. We all tell stories to make sense of the world around us, to inspire, to caution, and to connect. Diverse as we are, our stories reveal a shared human experience. The line between myth and history is often blurred, creating a fascinating tapestry of tales that have shaped our understanding of the world. This intertwining of narrative threads has led many to question where mythology ends and history begins. But, let's take a step back and ponder, what is the difference between mythology and history? History, as we know it, is the chronicle of human experiences recorded and verified through tangible evidence. It's a factual account of events that have transpired, characters who have lived, and the civilizations they've built. It's the story of us, told through the lens of objectivity. Mythology, on the other hand, is a realm of symbolism and metaphor. It's not bound by the constraints of reality or time. It's a space where gods mingle with mortals, where heroes embark on epic quests, and where the natural world is imbued with supernatural powers. Myths are less concerned with the literal truth, and more with the exploration of deeper universal truths about human existence. Now, it's important to note that while mythology and history are distinct, they aren't mutually exclusive. Many mythological tales are rooted in historical events or figures, albeit heavily embellished and dramatized. Take, for instance, the legend of King Arthur. While there's no definitive historical evidence of his existence, the tale could very well be based on a real leader whose exploits were amplified over time into the legendary figure we know today. But the primary function of myths isn't to provide a factual account of the past. Rather, they serve as a mirror, reflecting the beliefs, values, and fears of the societies that created them. They provide a framework for understanding the world and our place within it. So when we delve into myths, we aren't just exploring tales of gods and heroes. We're peering into the collective psyche of our ancestors, deciphering their dreams, their hopes, and their understanding of the cosmos. Myths, though not factual, hold truths of a different kind. The echoes of ancient myths still resonate in our world today, reverberating through the corridors of time and continuing to influence the way we perceive the world around us. In the realm of modern culture, the imprints of ancient mythology are unmistakable. Our festivals, traditions, and rituals often have their roots in the ancient tales that were passed down generations. They continue to echo in our celebrations and practices, adding a layer of depth and meaning to our cultural fabric. But the influence of mythology doesn't stop there. In literature, the impact is even more profound. The epic battles of gods and monsters, the heroic journeys, and the timeless tales of love and betrayal have shaped our collective narrative. They've given birth to a multitude of stories, novels, and poems that captivate us, make us ponder, and take us on a journey through time. Take a moment and think about your favorite books or movies. Chances are you'll find traces of mythology woven into their fabric. The hero's journey, the battle between good and evil, the quest for immortality, these are all themes borrowed from ancient myths. They've been repackaged, reimagined, and retold, but their essence remains the same. From Harry Potter's battle against Voldemort to the epic struggles of the Marvel superheroes, these modern tales are essentially old myths wearing new cloaks. They speak to us in a language we understand, but their roots are firmly planted in the ancient soil of mythology. And it's not just about entertainment. These tales, old and new, help us explore complex human emotions, navigate moral dilemmas, and grapple with the big questions of life, death, and what lies beyond. In a way, they continue to serve the same purpose as the ancient myths, to help us make sense of the world. So next time you pick up a book or watch a movie, look for the echoes of the ancient myths. You'll find them there, subtly shaping the narrative, adding depth and dimension to the tale. From the ancient fireside to the silver screen, myths continue to shape our stories. As our journey through the realm of myths concludes, let's take a moment to reflect on the enchanting stories that have captivated our ancestors and continue to shape our modern world. Mythology, a collection of tales reflecting the beliefs and values of ancient civilizations, has always been a beacon in our quest to decipher the unknown. From explaining natural phenomena to life and death, myths have been instrumental in shaping the cultural, moral, and social fabric of societies. Common themes like creation myths, heroes' journeys, and end-of-world prophecies echo across cultures, highlighting shared human experiences and emotions. While mythology and history often intertwine, remember that myths are primarily symbolic, their magic lying in their allegorical interpretations. And let's not forget, the influence of these ancient tales is still felt today, permeating our literature, cinema, and culture. What's your favorite myth or a myth you'd like to learn more about? Share your thoughts and continue the conversation.